Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
And hello to you at home.
Yeah, let's
or in
go.
your car, wherever you're listening to this.
Yes, we have our Spotify peeps. We got our YouTube peeps. We got our Apple Podcast peeps.
Oh my goodness, so many peeps.
All the peeps.
It's like Easter.
Yeah, we have our only listening to clips on Instagram peeps. Mm-hmm. They probably won't hear this though.
They're missing out.
They're missing out on the fun. And it is fight week for me.
Oh my gosh. How are we feeling?
I felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm tired today, but I just finished my last sprint, so I'm good. Like the last sprint of fight camp always feels kind of ceremonial. It's the official end of fight camp, I feel like.
Sure. It's like one of those little markers.
Like boom, you did it. All the work is done. Everything I do up to this point is more about getting my weight down and keeping my.
Because you're so big.
Because I'm huge. I'm
massive.
I'm pretty big right now. I
oh
gotta
my
say.
God. Are you gonna tell us how much you weigh?
I don't know. Should I reveal it to my ops?
I think it's a safe space.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
So, this fight camp, I've been pretty proud of myself. I've been able to stay at a steady 127.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm really proud of myself, and I think I'm going to try to arrive fight week staying at 127, and then hopefully when I fight, I'll be able to get back up there.
Nice. I love that for you.
Yeah, me too.
Good job.
Yeah, Adam saw somewhere that I guess my girl fought somewhere where they revealed the post weigh-in weights or whatever, and he saw somewhere that she rehydrated to 137. So I'm like, bitch.
How?
I don't know, because she's a little bit. She's I think she's my height. She might be a tiny bit shorter, but she's not huge looking. So yeah, I think it's mostly fluff though.
It's a lot of salt and
yeah.
carbs.
A lot of that shit's heavy though. If you let them get on top of you, that extra 10 pounds, you'll feel it.
Sure.
But I feel like when it comes to explosiveness and everything, she's gonna feel about the same as someone who's a lean, mean 127 like myself. So I'm excited. Big girl Ange coming through.
I'm excited for you.
We actually did have a question. From one of the people in the comments section on our last show, and they were asking about the weight classes because we were throwing shade. Always.
When were we doing that?
As always.
What do we say?
I forget who we were talking about, but they were talking about the cut to flyweight. Oh, we were talking about some straw weight or something. I forget, but Camel Olive Green's been listening for a while, I think. But Camel Olive Green said, so why not fight a flyweight for you two? I've never understood why people cut so much weight then they fight sick. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about how weight cuts suck, and basically when you fight, you're like a sick version of yourself. You just recovered from a bad bit of food poisoning or something. That's kind of how it feels.
Yeah.
But he's wondering why do that to yourself. And I mean, it's a good question because if you've never fought before, you're like, no, I don't want to do that. That shit sucks.
Yes, you do, because it sucks even more having a big body on top of you. Mm-hmm. We both walk essentially at flyweight, at the flyweight limit. Mm-hmm. So if we are going into a fight, at our walking weight, we are going to compete against somebody who is not. Mm-hmm. The first time I experienced this, I used to do pretty much catch weights. I used to fight at 110. I'd fight at 115, never cutting weight. This is very early in my career. And the first time that I experienced was a huge weight cut was in the Bellator tournament at 115 pounds. It was the first time that there was a lot of money on the line for this tournament. And so you had a ton of big girls cutting so much weight to get down to 115. And Zoila Frosta was, ended up becoming the champion in that tournament, and she won. I'm sorry, not based on skill, but because she, no, I'm not being a dick, but because she had such a size advantage. And that's when I realized it was time for me to start cutting weight because everybody else from that point on was going to. And that's when I dropped down to atom weight, a much more natural weight class for me, just because of, body composition.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember it because who was it that was that Japanese star back then?
Megumi Fuji?
Yes, Megumi Fuji. I thought she was fucking dope. Like,
she was and still is. She's an incredible athlete. She was ahead of the curve at her time. Just absolutely a legend.
Mm-hmm. And she was also in that tournament, right?
Yes.
And I remember she got snuffed out because of her size.
Yes.
Like, she was not the size that Zoila Frosto was.
And she was a ripped 115er. Mm-hmm. She was very athletic, very in shape, very lean. She cut weight to make 115, just not as much as the other girls. We had a lot of girls who were fighting at flyweight drop down for that tournament.
And didn't you only have to weigh in for that one day? Like, you could rehydrate after multiple days after the tournament. That's just what I remember hearing, but I don't know if that's true.
I fought in the first round against Zoila.
Okay.
I did not cut weight. I made 150 very easily. And then I faced off against her and I was like, damn.
Like, who are you?
That is huge. And then when I saw her in the cage against me, I was like, who is that? So the tournament was spaced out. It wasn't all one night. But again, and I've said this before on the show, she fought, back to back to back, a couple months, just like a month out from each other. And she made weight so many times, and then she never defended that belt because she couldn't make it anymore. It completely screwed up her body.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, is it worth it? And I've always felt like I've extended my career by not trying to stick with 105. Like, I did it as an amateur, and then my first MMA fight, I tried to make weight for 105, and then my opponent pulled out, and I had to diet for so many months just to be able to like get close to having this fight. And then for someone to pull out, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do the weight class where I can make the weight in a week. And I think there's a lot of strawweights in the UFC who are successful who do that too. But then you have the other ones who look like a completely different person the next day. Like that happened to me with Ariane Carnalosi. I was like, oh, look at this little thing trying to get in my face. Next day, I'm like, who's that? Like, what?
That's how I felt when I fought Andrade. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
People, when you weigh in, just look completely different.
You feel like you got a shot. You're like,
oh, this isn't bad. It's like it's even right now. Yeah. But after rehydration, it doesn't necessarily, like, the playing field is still not as even as you thought it was.
I'm like, oh, this is going to be a little harder than I thought.
I'm like, oh, dang. It's just anytime so there is so much money on the line, there's so much to win, you're going to try and tip the scale in your favor. And that's
literally. Good one, Jess.
Thank you. And so that's why you have people sucking so much weight and risking their health because of money.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a 105 division, we've said it before, we'd try. We do our due diligence to suck ourselves dry and hurt ourselves in order to make that weight, because the next day we're gonna be big bitches. We're gonna be fat.
Man, I felt I was
fatum weights, if you will.
I mean, I've always been kind of like a string bean, a beanpole, but I had height and reach, and I never worried about somebody overpowering me at that weight class. Yeah. And even at 115, I feel like I just never had the strength advantage. I never felt or figured out the best path to victory with dealing with people's size. And again, that could be my own mental hangups, like not being able to figure it out, but it was very real for me at the time.
Yeah, for me, it's just like hit or miss with the opponent, but I really feel confident against this girl. I feel like her size isn't going to be as much of a factor, but I still have answers for that, training with bigger people all the time. I always chuckle when I get to go to Jenna's fight weeks. She's fighting the week after me, Jenna Bishop. And whenever I'm at her weight cut party, I'm like, I'm almost bigger than you. I love that.
Whenever I fly out to support Beck, our friend Beck Rodriguez, I like walk in and I see her, and I mean, she gets pretty big. She's always been, she was big for 115 and she sucked the weight. And now 125 is a lot healthier, more realistic weight class for her. And I think she's transitioned very well, especially into bare knuckle boxing with that weight class. But I remember the first time I walked in and I was like, like 127, and she's, almost on weight. And I was like, I could take this bitch.
Yeah, you look so weak and frail.
I was like, and then I was like, oh wait, she's gonna get bigger. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Don't give her water. She's like the gremlins, Don't give her water. Then I can beat her. Oh, so good. Yeah, so long story short, that's why people cut weight, because there's a lot on the line. You want every advantage you can, and people have figured out usually how to do it in a way where you're going to get more advantages than disadvantages walking into the fight the next day, even if you're feeling a little sick. I would prefer if there weren't weight cuts, but I think there's no way to really control that. Like, you're always going to have somebody who's going to take advantage, and then that person wants to, or whoever got beat up is going to want to do that their next fight, and then the ball keeps rolling. Everyone starts doing it again. It's like a trend.
I've never encountered the hydration limit or rule with the weight class, and I feel like ONE FC uses that, and at a lower level in like local circuit fights, I think that some commissions will put that into effect, and that will make you stay a little bit closer to a natural weight class. I have personally never dealt with it, so I don't know all of the rules and restrictions, but I feel like that kind of keeps people a little bit more honest with where they're supposed to be at weight class wise.
I was just going to say, one of the girls, what is her name? She has like these really crazy knees. Not Stamp, but there's another girl. I think she fought Stamp, and she just got her fight canceled because of a missed hydration test. I just saw it on Instagram. And then another Muay Thai girl that I follow, I think it was Jackie Bunton or one of those girls. It's like people who are very professional who make weight. It's just a weird kind of science experiment that I don't think everyone fully understands how to pass it and how to avoid missing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. From what I understand, again, I haven't dealt with it. I've only heard other people's kind of experiences and kind of like third party, but it just gets you closer to walk around, right? So you have to reach a certain limit, in the hydration. Like, when we take those tests and they test your hydration, like from your urine.
Yeah.
You have to reach a certain threshold with that. That means that you have not cut a ton of water weight.
Yeah. Oh, Supergirl. That's who it was. Yeah, and it's like Anna Jarunsak, Supergirl. She has like these really obnoxious knees. Like, they look really painful. Like, she loads it up and just goes knee, and it looks horrible. Like, I kind of tried to start doing it like that. I'm like, she has a lot of hip thrust power in her body. Like, something about the way her body is made up. She could just boom like that and just really mess people up with that. But she missed her hydration test. And you can look at her. She doesn't look like super sucked out or anything. Yeah. But it's one of those things where if you just don't drink water at the right time, like, she couldn't urine at all. And that's... It's all about like timing, when you have your little water, when you do your workout, when you get in the sauna, when you have more water. Like, all those things can throw you off, especially if you bring in like menstruation. Sorry guys, the M word. Especially when you talk about all the girl problems and everything. It's a thing. So I feel like we're just gonna keep doing what we do, because that's the easiest thing to do. Is just keep killing ourselves and cutting weight. But anyway,
for your amusement, you're welcome.
Yes. Sorry, guys. We took a long detour because of Camel Olive. So you're welcome. Go beat him up in the comment section. But let's talk about those fights last night. I didn't catch all of them, but I was able to see the 2 fight of the nights that just made me equally excited and full of anxiety for my fight next week.
Too real, too much blood. No. Too much damage.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you people?
I'm human. I can get hurt. I can bleed.
I'm like, why do I do this again?
Exactly. Because you love it and you're good at it.
I love blood.
Yes. Not your own, though.
No, not my own. Dude, that, who was it? I think the Duncan versus Robecki one really sat with me a little bit longer than the one before.
Like in the pit of your stomach?
Yeah.
Like
there was that moment when like Robecki kind of like kills over after the fight's finally over and just blood is pouring from his face onto the canvas. And I'm just like, fuck. 1 week out.
Party time. This was actually, I wasn't that excited about this matchup until I watched some footage on them. And then I was like, oh, this is actually a really exciting fight. I gave Robecki an advantage, but then I saw them like facing off in the cage and I was like, oh no, Duncan's got this just because of range.
Oh yeah. He has
range and size.
Little arms.
Yeah. Robecki packs a mean punch and he's super explosive. He was landing really well on Duncan, but Duncan started mixing it up and just keeping him at the end of the punches when he needed him to, forcing the grappling when he needed him to. And so it was a fun one. He did so much damage. He took damage. Fight of the night. Mwah, highly recommend.
Yeah, it was nasty. And those elbows too were stiff. They were sneaky. He like the way that Duncan lines up everything that he throws. It's like he waits, and just puts his entire body into the punch. Like he just looks really stiff. Like he lines it up like he's lining up a pool cue, you know what I mean? And it worked really well, especially against someone with a shorter reach who needed to blitz his way in order to do some damage. Every time Robecki would blitz in, Duncan would just go, you know?
Yeah, he
just
had some
lean over punch.
He had some really mean step-in back elbows that just had so much sting and power on him.
Yeah, put a huge lump on it. Like his face, Robecki's face at the end of that first round, I was just like, no. No more. Leave him alone. Like
stop doing
he
that.
did enough. That was he put the damage of a 5-round fight into like
one
two.
Round.
Yeah, 1 round.
No, it was really impressive. Well done, guys. Well done.
I thought it was really funny how stiff Duncan was too. I was like, oh, that must be a Scottish thing.
You would know.
Adam's very stiff. Like one of my favorite memories of Adam is when he dropped his hat underneath like the garage door of the gym at 3rd and K, or not 3rd and K, at H Street.
Okay.
And you know how they have like the garage gym doors and it'll be half closed. And as it was slowly closing, he thought, oh, I'm going to do the Indiana Jones roll underneath. Somehow, instead of doing a forward roll, it just turned into a roll on his side and he hurt his shoulder. I'm like, why did you do that?
Did it work?
No.
Did he make it?
I mean, he made it. The garage door didn't close on him, but he was definitely more sore than he would have been if he had just let that happen.
As was his pride.
Yeah. Like, I love doing jiu-jitsu with Adam. He just falls over. Like, it's really great. He's actually a little more limber now. I think jiu-jitsu has been giving him some Brazilian vibes. He's been doing a little gi lately, getting loosened up. So,
very cool.
Yeah, but stiffness is definitely a trait of the Scottish. Something in the whiskey for sure makes those punches come out super hard. And then the other one that got fight of the night was Ribovics versus Brener.
That one I knew was going to be a good one.
Yeah.
That was super exciting. Just the spamming of punches, nonstop pressure from Ribovics. It's really put him in a great spot to win his fights.
Yeah. Did you think it was as clear that Ribovics was going to win?
I did.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. Like, I felt like Ribovics would throw like a ton of combinations. He'd throw a lot of punches, but then Brener would always be the person who punctuates at the end. So yeah, I wasn't sure what the judges were going to see, because when it came to like whose head was getting snapped back more, I felt like Brener was edging it. But with the pressure, with the volume, I wasn't surprised he won. I was just curious if they were going to see it that way.
So I had the second round for Brener, and one person did that as well. But I mean, it was a competitive fight. I'm not saying that Ribovics, completely shut him down. It was a very game fight. It's just that Brener was allowing himself to get pushed back too much.
Yeah.
And I saw in the second round him making the adjustment and coming with more kicks, more punches, more combinations, which I thought won him the round. The other judges didn't give him round two.
Didn't have a chance.
No.
Poor Brener. He was doing work though. Like it is always a little disheartening for me to see a fight like this where it was fight of the night. Both guys were putting in the work, but then the scorecards don't really reflect it. It seems more like a domination. Yeah. But it was definitely back and forth. And I think the big difference was Ribovics had like a bunch of big moments in there. Like when he would throw these combinations and push him back, even if he wasn't landing clean, he would get to like positions like when Brener whiffed on that spinner, fell over, and was just getting pummeled by Ribovics. And then there was like a crazy combination he threw in like the third round where it was like a jump knee to a punch and then a high kick. I was just like, how did you put all that together in 10 seconds?
He closed the round with like a jumping, flying push kick.
Yeah. That was cute. I like that. I like that one.
Okay. Who used to do that? K1 guy. Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't.
Oh my God. Matahari.
Oh,
yes. I haven't seen that since back in the day. It was amazing.
Yeah, it is an old school one. Yeah, it is an old school one.
I still love watching that guy fight. I miss seeing him fight. It was amazing.
Well, yeah, it was a really awesome display. And both of those fights, I was happy they both got fight of the night, because that doesn't normally happen.
Yeah, and I mean, that's 3 in a row that Brener has dropped. So hopefully that gives him a little bit of hope and negotiation.
Yeah, hopefully
keep him, because I mean, even if he loses, he fights. He puts on a great show. So I hope they keep him around. They just announced on X that we lost somebody in the UFC because of this card. Who fought? Hold on, let me put it up. Gore. Gore.
We lost.
Him.
He got cut.
Yeah.
What was his last few fights like?
I didn't think he was doing that badly. I thought he was on a win, but I could have been mistaken.
Let's see. Mr. Vicious.
Oh yeah, that's 2 in a row for him.
Okay. That's still not the worst.
That's not bad. Maybe that was just the end of his contract, so maybe he'll get re-signed or maybe not.
Yeah.
That one was actually, I was impressed with Rodolfo Vieira, because it was the first time that I hadn't really seen him gas out, and he fought a really smart fight.
Yeah.
It wasn't, the most exciting, but that's probably the best I've seen from him in a while.
Oh, Gore also missed weight here by about 4.5 pounds.
Was it a short notice fight?
I'm not sure.
You can't lose and not make the scale.
And there's a few canceled bouts on his Tapology too. Let me see if he's the reason for the cancellations. But yeah, a lot of it has to do with that as well. Gore also pulled out of a fight with Bo Nickel and a fight with AJ Dobson in 2023 and 2024. So I feel like sometimes people just want the fighters to go and earn their way back. And like, if you're missing weight, if you're getting injured outside of the fights, then they can be pretty cutthroat with that type of thing.
Yeah, they have very, very little tolerance because there's always somebody in the wings just waiting for the opportunity that will do everything possible to impress the head honchos.
Yeah, and we got a contender series coming up.
Lots of contender series coming up. So there's just a lot of like trimming of the fat. I feel like this whole last year and this year has been all about that. Just making room for the new talent.
Well, I'm happy I was considered lean and not fatty when it came to this round of cuts. Thank you, Mick.
Must be doing something right.
Got Brian slobbing that knob.
At least somebody is.
Oh, God.
Get you a manager that takes one for the team.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian. He put on his red panties and he
little
did
stockings.
Yes.
Probably wined him and dined him.
Yes. Got him the good wine, the good stuff, the vintage. Yes. Well, we got to talk about the main event. It was pretty big deal for Tatsuda Taira to get that quick win like that. This is a short notice fight as well, but the kid was impressive on his way up. Like, he's 10-0, just got into UFC, not ranked, but still we've seen people like Joshua Van and Wellmaker and people who are getting these big tests and end up passing them. So for Tatsuda Taira to make it look relatively easy, I feel like that's a big the statement that he needed to make with this type of matchup and this type of platform.
I absolutely agree. Though it was a short notice fight, it's always challenging. Park was actually scheduled to fight on a coming up card. Forget who he was scheduled to fight, but
I'll pull it up for you.
It is challenging for someone to plan to fight a specific style, prepare for that, have that be the focus, and then switch it up. It definitely shows like some growth, some maturity as an athlete. I think that this was a way better fight for Taira than it was going to be previously. I didn't have him winning his previous. Wait, who is he before I
think he was supposed to
fight Albazi.
Oh, okay.
Albazi had to pull out due to injury, I'm assuming. But I thought that was going to be a really tough fight. Taira was ranked number 6, and then he fought somebody who was he top 15 or not in the rankings? He wasn't in the rankings.
Who is this? Which one?
Park
fought. He fart. Park fart. He fought a few people who weren't in the rankings. His last fight was Carlos Hernandez, and then Park was getting ready to fight Steve Erceg on my card next week, and then they moved him. So he was definitely in shape, but I think they're very different puzzles to solve, Erceg and Tatsuda. So it was a big step up, big opportunity, but both of them were. So I'm sure he was taking his camp seriously. It's just hard to switch it up like that.
It really is.
Yeah.
It does show a lot of maturity. Taira is really impressive, though. He went in, forced the striking, forced the grappling, got his back both rounds, and was able to finish it in the second round with and he did his like signature body triangle vining the leg. I was really scared that he was.
I thought you were gonna say his signature sign off.
He did that too.
I'm happy, nigga.
Yeah, I heard it this time.
You heard it, right?
I heard it.
So the first few, no, I do this too. When I learn a new language, which is, no more than I'm happy and where's the bathroom, it starts to become this weird version that I've created in my head because I don't use it that often.
Okay.
So the first few times he says it, it sounds like I'm happy, thank you. Yes. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what he's saying. And then every time he says it, it gets a little harder to hear.
A little more
hood, if you will.
He's just really happy.
Oh, he's so happy.
He's so happy.
He's happy to go. And I finally started seeing people mention it in the comments when they would post that too. I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one that hears this. It's not just me. I think it's adorable.
Well,
but
I appreciate
it's really funny
celebrating in English.
Yes.
He's doing his best.
Yeah, all the Englishes. Oh,
It's a
man.
spectrum.
The black vernacular as well. Yeah, I was really impressed with it. His signature thing, yeah, you were talking about the body triangle. I was so worried for Park's knee.
So was I.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, don't do it again.
I think he was worried too, and he like used the fence and kind of shimmied his way down instead of standing out in the open where Alex Perez was when he hasn't fought since then, right?
No, he had to have surgery. He's been out. So this is, I understand that, you know, you're trying to win a fight, you're trying to do damage. I totally understand that. But I don't like it if you're trying to intentionally hurt people. I don't like that kick to the knee, the John Jones. I hate that one, and I hate when somebody messes with knees because it could be a career ender.
And you don't have a chance to stop the damage from getting worse.
No.
Like it's different from a heel hook where you have a chance to go, not so bad, not so bad. Okay, that's bad. Okay, you got it. But you don't have that chance with a move like the one we're talking about or like the stomp to the knee. Like by the time you realize you're fucked, it's too late.
It's too late, and you're out with injury and surgery and rehab, and that takes, you know, a year to 2 years out of your career. So I don't like seeing it. I understand that he's had success in it. I just, you know, it's kind of a dick move.
Yeah. Oh, you know, my opponent has a bit of a dick move she likes to do that you might be a fan of.
What?
She likes to dig her chin in girls' eyeballs.
What a bitch. No, that's shitty too. I've had training partners do that.
Ugh.
And it just makes me want to like fucking bite them.
See, I would never
Just,
do
like,
that
hurt
to
'em.
you because I feel like your chin has more digging power.
I'd get you back.
Than mine.
Oh no,
Dude.
this is like a shovel right
Yeah.
here. It's pointy too. I'll get you. And I won't just go for the eye either. I would go for like any kind of soft orifice.
Yes. Anything
Anywhere.
squishy.
Anywhere could get it.
I'll shove my chin in anything. Available on OnlyFans. Oh man, yes, that'll be fun to figure out.
It's okay.
In the moment.
It's
Just
okay.
take
Cover
a deep
her
breath.
mouth.
Oh, cover her mouth. That's how you deal with it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Well, because if somebody is close enough to get their chin to your eye, they're probably for you. Or you could do like the little rape choke thing.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, don't pinch. Just
Fuck you.
get it off of there.
I can squeeze a little bit. Just to get her back up and
Yeah,
complain.
why not?
Yeah. Like,
You get a warning.
Hey, you started it. Or I could just go, right?
Like really, really establish that you don't like that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna use my fingers if you're gonna use
Let her know there are
chin.
consequences to her actions.
Like what else can I shove in there? Maybe get an elbow in there.
Oh yeah.
That eye socket.
Oh yeah. Do that.
Move it around.
Screw it.
Scramble it real quick. Anything. Anyway, what were we saying? I feel like I talked to somebody who trains with him, and they said that wasn't the actual move, but it just happened that way. Like it was a way to break the person down, but because Perez fought it so hard, he ended up blowing his knee out. Or it could just be like, sometimes the floor is really grippy, so you don't collapse, you just stay there, and then your joint bends the other way.
For sure. I don't know. I've learned through my years of training that there are just some battles you just kind of like concede and you end up giving up position to counter and scramble, because if somebody's so adamant with it, it's it's just something that you kind of have to like get a feeling for through years of training and experience, and just understand that there are better routes to victory rather than resistance.
Yeah, live to fight another day. And that's what it seemed like Park did. It looked like he was feeling that pressure, and he kind of allowed Taira to break him down, fought really well fought the rear naked the entire first round, but then that second round he was able to go straight for the face crank, which was pretty cool to see. Like, he didn't even need to get it under the chin. He was just able to get it in there and get the finish.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah, super impressive. Who do you think is next for Taira? He was asking for Pantoja.
I don't know about that yet. Chill.
He seemed very adamant, and he didn't even want to, or at least his coaches, which I think, good job, coaches. Don't even give other options. Just say champ.
I mean, I understand that, and yeah, that's the goal in every division for every fighter. The goal is to get to the belt. I totally understand that. I wouldn't put him against him yet. I wouldn't waste that fight. I would probably give him a little bit more experience. Or what do I know? Like, just take it straight, because you don't want to risk him losing to an Albazi. You don't want him losing to a Moreno, to anybody else, because the top 5 are freaking killers on the way to the title. So yeah, they may want to do that, but I would give him another fight to see where he's at.
Yeah, well, he just lost to Brandon Royval before this one. Joshua Van is going to get the next title shot, apparently. Brandon Moreno, is he booked?
I don't know that he's booked. I mean, that would be a great one. But again, if Brandon beats him, which I think he will, then that puts him, back in the place.
Poor Taira.
I know he's in a tough spot. It just depends on what the UFC wants to do, but there's already that spot. Who's next in line, which is Joshua Van.
And I was gonna say maybe rebook the Steve Ercik fight, but a friend of ours, Ode Osborne, just got the replacement match for Steve Ercik. So since they pulled Park from that fight, Ode Osborne gets to fight Steve Ercik on my card.
That's big. Steve Ercik dropped all the way down to number 10, though.
Yeah.
So while that would be a really impressive win, and I definitely think he could beat Steve Ercik, just depends on what kind of shape Ode is in. If he was he already booked?
I don't think
so.
So.
Or is he just trying to stay ready?
I don't think he was booked. I think he was training, but not booked.
Gotcha. Well, he strikes me as the kind of guy that always stays ready.
Yeah, I always see him training with Aljo and all those guys out there. So he's in Vegas because he's living the lifestyle. Yeah. So yeah, excited for him to have a good performance in that fight. And then were there any other fights that kind of sparked your interest? I did have to run back the Neil Magny fight because he gave me life on my final sprint.
Yes, he did. And just before his birthday, today is actually his 38th birthday. Yeah, what a birthday present.
Yeah, good for him. They already had 38 on the tail of the tape.
It was a little early. A little early, but I think that they were just trying to wish him a happy early birthday. So I thought that Dos Santos might win this one, which he was winning up until he was not. However, I have to say that Magny really showed up, and I kind of forget because Magny has taken such short notice fights against such killers. I kind of forgot where he actually is, like realistically in the division, and he still got it. Dos Santos was a really tough challenge, and he faced adversity, throughout the fight, and kept on task and turned it around and got the stoppage.
Yeah, he was always in the fight. Like, it didn't seem like he was getting hurt, which was my biggest concern after the 2 knockout losses. Yep. And when they gave him that quick turnaround after his first knockout loss versus Morales, I was just like, man, they're really setting the the big little bro up for failure, but then he was able to just be in this fight. It seemed like he had a really good game plan. He was working through every tough position, and even though it was back and forth, even though Dos Santos probably took the first round, he was still in it at every moment. And when he landed those knees, it was almost shocking.
I was like, how is he just how is he just keeping him down?
Yeah. The way he wrapped that head up, I really liked it. He had like a what's that move called when you break him down?
Nelson.
Yeah, like a full Nelson, like a half Nelson. Yes, that's what it was. He had a half Nelson standing and just ripping knees to his face. And that was the beginning of the end for him. Now, I asked you earlier, but I felt like people were saying that it was an early stoppage. At least he was visibly stuck, but it didn't look like he was completely out when they stopped it.
It didn't look like he was out, but it also looked like he was in a really, really challenging position. Neil Magny had a back-mounted body triangle. Ugh. Like, that's one of the worst positions you can be in.
Yeah.
And Dos Santos was trying to move. I think Mark Smith gave him some time, but not as much time as he normally does. I don't think it was a bad stoppage by any means, although I understand why Dos Santos was complaining, because the punches that Magny was landing weren't really devastating. They were doing enough to look like he was working.
Yeah. No, it definitely looked bad, and I wasn't mad at the stoppage, especially because I'm like, let's go, big little bro, let's go. I thought it was a good one. I thought by the time he did get out, he'd probably be really messed up, so I wasn't mad at the stoppage at all. That was exciting. That was cool to see, running it back. I had like a kind of a slow first sprint, and then when I got to the top of the hill, Adam was like, "Hey, Neil Magny just won. Got to finish." And I was like, "Okay, let's go." Every round after that was at least a second faster. So I'm like, all right, thank you, Neil. If I get that finish on Saturday, I have him to thank because I pushed that cardio on my last sprint.
Giving you life.
Yes, I love it. And I gotta say, I don't see the resemblance.
You don't?
Not anymore. I feel like we used to, when we had the same haircut, it was pretty obvious. Sure. But I feel like when people say it now, they're just living in the past.
Okay.
You still see it?
I mean, I can't unsee it.
Why?
Just like you can't unhear Taira saying thank you. That bell has been rung.
So I've gotten a lot recently. Like when I have my short fro, I get Gilbert Burns. When I have my fake goatee, I get Kevin Holland. Well, my fake goatee and my plaits, my little twist, I get Kevin Holland. Sometimes I get Max Holloway with the fake goatees.
What?
Yeah, it's just everyone.
Who said that?
Everyone with the nose. I feel like that's what happens. It's just like anyone with the nose can get an Angela Hill comparison.
It's just you're so like versatile with your looks. I
could be so many different people.
Exactly.
Who am I now?
Exactly. Patty.
All right, Bluffs. All right. What does he say?
Lad.
All right, lads. Hand sanitizer, boy. Yes. Okay.
So I was doing my Penne's picks on OF Live on Friday. I'm kind of inconsistent with it, but I always have, a good time. And somebody was asking me, they were like, when do you see, like, is Patty going to get Taporia next? And I was like, no, stop that. Just stop it right now.
Dude, you never know.
No, you never know. I don't think that's the move to make. I'd actually, and so they asked me who I wanted to see him fight, and I would say like a Dan Hooker or a Benil Dariush. Like I want to see a good, sound, solid technician.
Yeah, one more step up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, you never know. This is an entertainment sport.
people were very entertained by Patty Pimblett walking up into the cage and getting in his face.
Oh yeah,
he's
a showman.
I was really entertained by Taforia's push. Because it wasn't his fault. Like he had 2 belts in his hands, but he wanted to give him a good push, so he went, ugh,
get away from me.
And he turned around and smiled. I thought it was adorable. Oh, it was so entertaining.
Cheeky little thing.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm gonna make so much money when I fight this bloke. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, especially when you see what they're doing with like the flyweights, what they're doing with just the people vacating, and then they go, okay, well, yeah, Volk versus Diego Lopez, because it's like there were more deserving people than Diego, but he was the most popular.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of those things where you got to say what's going to get butts into the seats. And I think Patty has done a brilliant job of making himself that guy.
I agree, absolutely. I'm just not ready to see it.
No, I don't think he deserves it at all.
No.
Like,
so we're clear.
All seriousness, like he doesn't deserve it at all. But will it happen is a different story.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
Hey guys, check out Penne's picks. It sounds like a good time.
It's a great time, and I was pretty right. I just missed one.
Oh, which one did you miss?
Well, I thought Robecki was going to beat Duncan.
Okay.
But then I saw them in the cage and was like, I made a wrong pick.
Nah, you got to see the face-off.
I didn't see the face-off. That I watched the fights, but then the scale was skewed.
Yes.
And then I saw how much range poor Robecki was going to have to cover, and I was like, it's not going to be his night. It's just not.
Duncan does look like a smaller man than he did in that fight.
Armstrong.
Yeah.
He looked a lot more just built to me in this fight than previous ones. He seemed a little bit easier to like take down and throw around. He seemed like a lot more like gangly.
Stiff.
He was
stiff as a
didn't
board.
seem so stiff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's stiff.
He built himself up.
He's not wacky wavy.
No. He fossilized overnight.
Lots of calcium.
Oh man. Yeah, so that was the fight. Now, another fight we should mention before we head off is the strawweight fight. Yeah, the strawweight fight went down. I was surprised.
That actually was a fun fight.
Oh yeah?
I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, it was a fun fight. I was just surprised at how flat Souza looked.
I thought that she wasted a lot of effort with the flashy things, which I've seen her do before. I thought Rodriguez would push the takedowns a little bit more, but she opened up with the striking a little bit more than I thought she would. Yeah. And that was impressive to me.
Yeah. I think the part that surprised me the most was how much Souza was open to the Muay Thai plum.
She did not have an answer for it.
I'm like, why didn't you do that shit in my fight? Like, why didn't you do it,
She
bitch?
seemed so confused.
But, yeah, no, it was really surprising. And I feel like it had something to do with the takedown threat. Like she wanted to bury her head low so that Rodriguez couldn't get underneath her. But it was a weird answer because like she would still get to her legs or she would be able to get the head. And then it's like, okay, why wasn't anyone doing that to you when you were doing it in camp?
She was going from plum and then she would change level and get the takedown as well. Yeah. It was just she just seemed kind of like a deer in headlights. Like,
yeah, the knees were really bothering her.
It would bother anybody, I think.
I feel like her arm was still a little messed up from our fight, and maybe that's why she didn't have many answers. Just saying.
It could be.
She jumped right back in a little
maybe
fast.
Maybe she's just traumatized. She saw the plum in the knees and felt the pressure.
She's like, you know
oh
what?
no, it's happening again.
I'm not gonna lift my arm to block the kick. I'm just gonna let her kick me in the head. That's all that's gonna happen.
You know what? It's not what I would have gone with, but you know, I'm not her.
Hey, no, Rodriguez looked pretty impressive in this fight. Her fight IQ looks better every fight, I think, and she might be a contender in the strawweight division eventually.
I was pretty impressed with her that she just kind of seemed to mix everything up really well in this fight. And I mean, it could have been because of, the trauma that Souza experienced in your fight.
You're welcome.
Solid. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Get you a girl like Angela Hill to fight your opponents beforehand.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, but that is real though. That does happen sometimes. But I'm just being stupid.
It's okay. We love you.
I'm just bigging myself up for my next one because I want to take off the final head and have my collection.
Tattooed neck.
Yeah, my tattooed neck collection.
So many tattoos.
Yeah.
These kids are spending all of their bonuses, all of their fight money on tattoos.
And avocado toast. That's why they can't afford houses.
I feel like that's honestly it. I feel like that's it.
No, you missed it for my final, the fight simulation that you do for the final, go in the gym.
Yeah.
We had butterfly tattoos, rub on butterfly tattoos.
Of course.
And we put one on everyone's neck.
And
it triggered the fuck out of me.
Target.
No, it did. I was so triggered by it.
It's like a bull with a red cape.
Yes, I was just like,
love it.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, it's probably better I didn't have this for actual sparring because it would have turned real. Yeah, throat punches all day. That would have been, bad for.
Pull you off your training partners.
Yes.
Poor things.
So anything else you want to hit before we vamos?
We can skedaddles. Do you want to do quick fight predictions?
Oh, yeah. Let's see it. What do we have?
All right. In the main event, we have, I never say his freaking last name, right? Dolitze.
Oh, yeah.
Versus Fluffy Hernandez.
Ooh.
I'm going with Hernandez.
Me too. I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, and then we have Usyk versus O'Day. I'm going O'Day Osborne.
What?
I know it's a short notice fight. I know, but I'm just, I'm going for it.
Well, I remember his fight with what was the guy's name? It was like Lazy Boy.
Oh,
and
Rodriguez.
It was such a good fight for him, and he ended up losing. But it was just like he was so close to getting that big finish to put himself on the map. I feel like he's gonna have that fire lit, and he's had it lit since that fight. So I'm gonna go O'Day too.
Mm-hmm. Who you got, Lucinda or Hill?
Tough one.
I'm going Hill.
Yay! What do you think, sub or KO?
Ooh,
you're like
decision,
split.
Split.
Fuck you. Oh my God. Definitely clip that one. She's such a bitch.
I am who I am, Angela.
Oh my God. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I feel like I could get the sub on her. So
okay.
I'm gonna go Hill sub.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll see.
Let's go. See who's right.
Let's do one more. Philly versus Rodriguez. Christian Rodriguez, sorry.
Who that is?
There's a lot of Rodriguez's.
Yeah. Who's Christian Rodriguez? I know I've seen him fight before.
Let's pull his little Tapology up.
Oh, he's got some good.
He looks like
got
a
good little record for a baby.
He was born in 1997. Screw this kid. Feely beat him up.
Oh man.
This is his second fight in the UFC. He's from LFA. He was on the Contender Series, fought in Bellator.
Is his second fight?
Sorry.
His eighth
5
fight.
win. Sorry. Yeah. Never mind. I don't know how to read Tapology. Here we go. This is a little bit more friendly.
Okay.
Okay. He lost to Costa. I'm pretty sure I saw that fight. He lost to Arosa. He seems to lose to Vet, so I'm gonna go with Feely in this one.
All right. Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah. We're gonna root for
I'm
the
gonna bounce off of your little research you just did.
This is my logic. I'll tighten up my predictions for my Penny's picks on Friday.
Yeah, don't miss it.
don't.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a fun night. I actually haven't looked at the card yet. That was my first glimpse at it. So.
Oh, you know what? I get that.
That's what happens, right? When you're on a card, do you ever know who the main event is? Unless it's yourself.
I don't care. I am a selfish human.
Yeah.
I cannot be distracted.
I'm always like, oh shit, you're fighting?
See you there.
I'll be like, oh hey, Ode, who you cornering this time?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're
He'll be so offended.
You're the main event.
He'll be so hurt.
When I saw he was fighting, I already hit him up and I was like, yo, we're going to be on the same card. And he was like, oh, you're fighting?
He's selfish
so
too.
it's just what happens.
He's
it's a fighter thing. We all understand.
It's like a little horse with the blinders on.
It has to be. If you're worried about everything else, like there's too many distractions.
I remember one of the various sports psychologists that I've talked to throughout, the entirety.
Yeah.
They had me scale everything like by number of importance.
Okay.
It was like
it like number one, horses?
It
no,
was,
dogs.
It was dog and horses. We don't play favorites. We group them together. But that was like basically like family, friends, social, like everything was so far down there on the scale. Like basically nothing else matters.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And it can't. That it's just that for me does not breed success. You just need to be completely focused, blinders on, task at hand.
Fuck them up. That's the only focus.
Yes.
And then after you fight, you can become a regular person again with like feelings.
And you're like, I'm
morals.
ready.
Yeah.
I'm here. Embrace me. I'm sorry for not responding to your messages or coming to your baby shower or your wedding, saying happy birthday. I'm sorry for your loss. All of that.
Oh, man.
I'm here. I love you.
I get so weirded out when people tell me they're going to go to a wedding or they can't do something because they're going to a wedding. I'm like,
I can't go to the wedding because I have a fight.
Yeah.
You know how many invitations I've declined? Yeah. I don't get invited anymore.
No, I never got invited. But if I did, I missed a lot of birthday parties. I missed a lot of anniversaries and stuff, things like that. Not too many funerals. I feel like they usually are convenient for me. But yeah, it's just one of those things where you gotta just stay focused and keep your eye on the prize.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah. Well, this has been another Two Straws. Let's hope for that. We had our Unc win with Neil Magny last week. Let's hope for
Auntie Ange.
a nice little auntie win this week coming up. And we'll see you next time for the post-fight celebration.
Can't wait.